So I'm an astrologer, and I'm going to sum it up really quick as to why there's so much chaos happening this year. And spoiler alert, there is more to come. Okay, so in 2025, we have literally every single planet in the sky shifting to new territory, shifting to a new sign. And yes, this is rare. We have 8 planets in total. Some of them don't change signs for like 20 years, 12 years, 7 years, depending how far away from the sun they are. The fact that we have 8 planets, all bing, bang, boom, lining up, changing, just one after another, just boom, next, next, next. All of the first half of 2025 explains a lot in and of itself. Now, the most notable things that have happened so far, Pluto being in and out of Aquarius since 2023, but it's solidified its place in Aquarius. In 2025, it's here to stay. Pluto in Aquarius really ignites this age of Aquarius. There's a whole post on that on my page, you can check it out. Then we had every inner planet go retrograde, and that is rare. Venus and Mars don't go retrograde as often as all the other planets do. Every planet went retrograde in the first quarter of this year. Making sense. So the next major transit was Neptune, then moving into Aries, and it did that the day after a new moon eclipse in the north node of Aries as well. On a grand scale, as the collective in mundane astrology, this looks like leadership that is delusional. This looks like really nationalistic, really like having like this unbounded belief in oneself or in one nation. Next up, Saturn moved into Aries. Saturn in Aries is associated in mundane astrology, in societal astrology, if you will. It's a very militant energy. It's a very my way or the highway type of leadership that we often see, or imposing one's like dominance, asserting oneself over others in some type of often like aggressive brute force type of way. Now, the only silver lining amidst all of this is that we had Jupiter move out of its least favorite energy of Gemini and move into Cancer on June 9th. It loves to be in Cancer. This is big blessings. Thank the God. We do have the North Node in a water sign, Pisces. We have Jupiter in Cancer, this water sign. So we are being kind of called, there's this juxtapose between all this militant type of aggression and then like tapping into your heart space. Now, what are we building to? Because this isn't it. What I've mentioned so far isn't it. It's a big part of it, but the neon cherry on top of this is going to be on July 7th. We are building up into July, August, when Uranus moves into Gemini. Uranus, the planet of rebellion, revolution, the change maker, moves into Gemini, which is the most changeable energy that you can be. Gemini is literally represented by having 2 personalities. It's the twins. So a lot of change and very jarring, very unexpected, very quick. Really quick. Now, what we also have at the moment is Uranus square Mars in the sky right now, and Saturn square Jupiter. Saturn and Neptune squaring Jupiter. Squares are bad. Let's just put it simply. They're not nice. There's this tension. So Saturn square Jupiter, this is very reflective of where we were at in December 2020 when we had Saturn, Jupiter conjunct in Aquarius. Now they are squaring each other. This is a bigger cycle, a much bigger cycle. This is freedom versus restriction. This is optimism versus sobering realities. This is cynicism and skepticism against like positive, optimistic faith, like unbounded faith. There's this polarity, this clashing of ideas, as well as Uranus square Mars, that's explosive. So a Uranus, the rebel, the change maker, this like jarring, chaotic energy, explosive energy, squaring Mars, the ruler of war. It is a warrior. Yeah, I mean, Yeah. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing protests. I'm not surprised that we're seeing unexpected things happening in the governments all around the world. I'm not surprised that we're seeing new wars continuing to emerge, like out of left field. I mean, there are a lot of people that saw this coming, but why it's happening right now? Why it's happening now? Not surprised. This is the perfect storm. This is the perfect weather. I also want to point out real quick, Neptune and Saturn are conjunct. In Aries, they're not exact, but they are like right beside each other. In 2026, they'll go exact. This is associated with really big changes on geopolitical kind of scale, on a societal scale, like big shifts. So guys, just buckle up. I mean, like, start grounding your energy, because we as a collective, it's going to be very easy to like lose your goddamn mind at this time, and things are still picking up. As I said, July 7th, Uranus moves into Gemini, and Uranus in Gemini is directly associated with the United States being involved in war in some way, shape, or fashion. If you want to look back through history, that's what you will find. We are right on schedule, guys. So whether that's a civil war or they get involved in a world war, both have happened every time Uranus is in Gemini. So, guys, this is where we're at. I mean, it's not going to calm down at all. 2026 is anchoring this in. 2025, we just get a taste. So start grounding your energy. And if you'd like to go more in depth on this topic, I've got a Substack. I'll leave the link below. Also, as well, if you'd like a personal reading to see what this has in store for you personally, your individual story, the link is in my bio. Readings are available.